13 days into a government shutdown, and many federal workers are wondering when they'll get another paycheck.
Yeah, in the meantime, lawmakers are still getting paid during the shutdown. So we want to know, what do you think? Should Congress and the president get paid during a government shutdown? Let us know on the Vote Now section of our app.
And while you're voting, we're looking into the laws behind congressional pay. A viewer wanted us to verify whether lawmakers are still getting paid during the shutdown. The short answer, yes, and you could thank the Constitution for that. It says the senators and representatives shall receive a compensation for their services to be ascertained by law and paid out of the Treasury of the United States. Federal workers' pay is allocated annually, but the Constitution gives Congress a permanent paycheck. Their salaries were approved back on September 21st. With more than 420,000 federal employees working without pay, some congressional members are donating their salaries during the shutdown. According to the Washington Post, nearly 250 lawmakers refused or donated their salary during the 2013 shutdown. Last January, Senate Democrats introduced a bill that would prevent lawmakers from getting paid during a shutdown. However, it failed to pass either chamber. The same thing happened back in 2017, 2015, and 2013.